Alright, so in this video we're doing Darth Vader. He's the second to the last guy in the original 12 of that I've been trying to restore. I think I got Stormtrooper left, and I'm not really set up to do, because all you can do with a Stormtrooper is you can give him his gun, you can whiten him up, and you can fix up his black lines. And I got a couple that I can do that with, but I've never really done the whitening process, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this, because I hear you could have mixed results, and I'm not sure if I want to pull the trigger on that. But today we're looking at Darth Vader. Now I have two different Darth Vaders here, and originally for this video I was going to use this Darth Vader, but he's old bobblehead here. He's got really loose joints. His paint on his chest is not great. But this was the only one I had. And then a couple of weeks ago, I just happened to go to the flea market, and this dude had, you know, one of those big old Tupperware bins full of toys. And I spotted, you know, a classic vintage Star Wars dude in there. I'm like, holy shit, he's got some Star Wars dudes in there. And I ended up pulling out almost a dozen, almost 20, because he sold them to me for like $1 a piece. And so I think I got like 17 guys, and he's like, oh yeah man, I got like 300 of these at my house, you know, I'll give you my number, and you know, I'll sell them to you. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to spend $300 on Star Wars figures. And when I got home, I kicked myself in the ass, because it's like, I would have been King Star Wars figure guy if I'd just bought his whole collection. And I went back the next weekend, and he wasn't there, and his booth was empty, and the office was looking for him. So but long story short, or short story long, basically I got this Darth Vader out of that lot. He's much tighter, his head's on nice, he's got really nice paint. It's not really anything, I don't think I even cleaned this guy. So we're going to use this guy, and it's basically, all we're going to do is we're going to put a cape on him, and we're going to put his lightsaber in, and we're done. Now, with old bobblehead here, Toy Polloi has a really good video on how you can take a Lego piece and pop his head off, drill down into both sides, and you can basically make a snap-click Lego piece that will stiffen him up and make it where he actually has a removable head. It's a pretty nice effect, and I might do that to this guy, but he's already done it, so you can go watch that video for now. And if I get the gumption or the time, I'll try to do that. So we're going to set this guy aside, and we're going to get this guy. And what I'm going to try to do this time is, I have a really hard time with the top of this cape. You know, it folds down and wraps around, but a lot of times it gets that kink in it, and I don't know if it's just this material that does that, but I'm gonna pre-fold this one before I get it down there, so that I don't have a lot of grief later. So I'm gonna just crease this down, and this is a reproduction, so if it doesn't work, I said in a previous video I'm gonna make some other stuff out of some pool toys. So it's still going to kind of crinkle, and this is almost like a really thick garbage bag. You could probably even use like a contractor garbage bag to make this happen. So we're going to stick these guys' arms back, and we're going to stick them in. This arm, alright, that hand goes in. The hand's a little harder than this one, because this one's kind of in a gripping the lightsaber, so it pops through a little easier. And we're just gonna wrap it around the shoulders. I'm gonna fold this down. And pre-creasing it actually helps a little bit, but you still get that crinkle in there. And I have a crochet needle. I've been using this on some Ewok parts, and I'm gonna just kind of manipulate it a little bit and push it And that'll basically do it. And then we're going to slide his lightsaber in. Hopefully. And there it goes. It's in there stiff, man. And now we have a fully done Darth Vader. I'll retract that. That's as far as it goes. And he's going to go in my Star World case with all of our other redone dudes, and he's going to go right there. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing Stormtrooper, and we're missing... What else are we missing? Oh, we're missing C-3PO. And I got a couple C-3POs, but what are you going to do? I'll show you what you'll do. I just happen to have one that I did. Now, this guy, let me grab him, was unrepairable. This is actually one that I got at the flea market as well. Here's my C-3PO. And this guy had no paint left on him, no vac metallizing on him at all. He was clear. He's missing a hand. He was just, you know, it's like underneath the paint, it's just kind of like a blonde color. And what I did is I just spray painted him with some 2-part plastic metal bond chrome. And it's like, this guy's already trashed, so I may as well make him at least a little better. And so I did. And he's really loosey flopsy. He's just, you know, he's a beater. And I went through and I did a really good spray paint job on him. And now he's like, what is it, TC11 or something like that from the episode 1. He's a silver guy. I also did that with a Star Destroyer droid here, Death Star droid. I repainted him. He was white too, so it's like, I'm not going to vac metalize these dudes. It's like, screw all that. It's like, these are repairs, not restorations. These things ain't, you know, Maseratis. They're just, you know, action figures. And I'm going to probably paint the black on him. But, you know, that black that they use is kind of a see-through. You can kind of see the silver underneath. And I'm not exactly sure if I'm just going to use regular, like, something like a Games Workshop paint, or if I'm going to just use like a folk art, you know, craft store black on them, or if I can find a translucent, or maybe even a Sharpie. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I kind of got rambling on these videos, so I hope this helped people out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.